quite early for these two areas of crypto investment. So I think it's very important to point out. If we look at investment approaches, there's four different ways. On-chain analysis, which is not here. Then would be technical analysis, then fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis. On-chain analytics, it looks at information metrics of how many people are actually buying and selling. From those individuals that are buying and selling, how much money do they have? Also, that type of data. Technical analysis looks at price fluctuation. Price gets graphed every day, and just based on the pattern, by tracking the price graph, you can make predictions of where the price is going to go. Fundamental analysis, you look at the qualities of the project and you make sense of whether this is a worthwhile a problem that they're solving, and you can make an assumption of whether this is going to become big or not. Sentimental analysis, you just look at what people are saying online, and that's very influential in crypto. So if we go back to technical analysis, again, you only focus on price action. You only look at the price graph. Trading reflects emotions, and this was shown decades ago by a Japanese individual. And there are certain patterns that are repeatable and predictable, which are what are called graph trading patterns. So you can see right here, some of these patterns are what are deemed to be inverse patterns. So price is going to go in one direction, and after the pattern forms, it's going to go in the other direction. Other ones are continuation patterns. Price goes in one direction, and then it will keep on going in that direction. And bilateral patterns. Price goes in one direction, and you cannot really predict whether it's going to keep on going in the same direction or take the opposite direction. The cool thing about these is that you can predict not only where they're going, but you can also make an assumption of up until when. What's the price? You can make a price prediction, and that's very valuable. I have this little exercise right here. Buying at the bottom and selling at the top. That's what every trader needs to do. So let's assume that you buy $100 for Crypto X. Crypto X is worth $1,000 today. You invest $100. So let's assume that you buy $100 here. You wait until it goes to $3,000, and now you sell it once it's there at $3,000. So now you multiply your investment by 3, right? So you have $300 over here. And since you sold it, now you wait until it goes down back to $1,000, and then you buy again. Now it goes up to $2K, and you sell again. You wait until it goes down to $1K, and then you buy again, and then you wait until it goes to $4K, and then you sell again. How much money have you made? I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, hope you have it. So you go from 100 to 300 to 600 to 2400. Now the reason why I introduced that little exercise in there is to highlight a point. This investment multiplied by a factor of 24. Of course, it's very different to know when these highs are going to come in place. It's very difficult to spot when a high is a high. But still, the only reason why that became a factor of 24 is that when it came down, right, you down here, you ended up tripling the amount of crypto that you have. When it came back down here, now you have 6 times the amount of crypto that you have. You may not have more money, but you have more crypto. If you're patient in this market, cycles in the crypto market are 4 years. 4-year cycles. If you're patient enough, you can actually do a lot of money when the market spikes again. So technical analysis looks at all this. There's different risk management approaches. then different mathematical tools in order to be able to assess whether these patterns are actually true or they're not going to play out. Another way you can use technical analysis is not only predicting the price of crypto, but also timing the market. Like I said, markets are 4-year cycles. You can see right here in the schematic below. 2012, price kept on increasing. This is what is called a bull market. And then price decreased. This is what is called the bear market. And then it happened again. A bull market followed by a bear market, followed by a bull market, followed by a bear market. So these 4-year cycles, you can actually predict more or less when the next bear or bull market is going to come by looking at different metrics like Bitcoin dominance, which is how much percentage of the total amount of money in crypto is found in Bitcoin. And you can make predictions of the timing of these markets. Maybe you don't know, but after the Bitcoin bull market, what happens to the price of Bitcoins? That it plummets. But then all that money that was invested in Bitcoin actually flows onto other coins like Ethereum and altcoins. And if you know this, you can actually place your money from Bitcoin and invest it in candidate altcoins or Ethereum and increase your gainings even more. And then after that, price of those Ethereum and altcoins goes down. The money moves out of the market or into stable coins, and then we have what is denominated as the bear market. So all this is very, very relevant and important. For fundamental analysis, again, you look at, you forget about the price graph, right? For technical, you only need to look at the graph. You need to know nothing about the coin. For fundamental, you look at the characteristics of a coin. So you look at the quality of the projects. Who are the competitors, right? Because again, the 3D printing, right? So many companies doing 3D printing, but who's going to be the company that's going to come on top? All these things, when you're investing in something, you need to be aware of that. How much money they have attached to them, right? Is there a problem that they're solving? Who are the developers behind it? Do they have experience? Are there news news that are coming out every day actually do have an impact on price? Security protocol that the crypto is using, is it effective? Is it using a lot of energy? Remember that it's been out in the news that Bitcoin is very energy inefficient. There's other cryptos that are trying to go against that. And also decentralization. This is just a very quick schematic of an example of how would you do a fundamental analysis considering a niche. And here you have what are called smart chain contracts. Are those blockchains that can actually allow a piece of computer software to run on top of them. And they allow for different applications. Bitcoin is not that. This is just for comparison. Every other crypto in here is a smart chain crypto. So you can look at Ethereum, which is the gold standard. It's 30 transactions per second. It takes 15 seconds for a block to complete. $12 transaction fees. Validators, it's not very specified. GitHub stars, that basically it's a reflection. The bigger the number, the more coders they have attached to their community. Applications, again, all those tokens, right? 2,800. It was founded on 2015. It's a layer 1 solution. Working product, yes, it's working. And how much money is invested into it. You can look at all these on your time. But if you look at Solana, for example, a competitor of this, it's solving one of the issues. It went to 65,000 transactions per second. It reduced the amount of time that it takes a block to complete. The amount of money for a transaction is ridiculously low. Here, validators. You can ignore Ethereum 2 and look at Ethereum 2.0, which are related, and so you can expect validators to be roughly the same. This is 200,000, and for Solana it's 900. The smaller this number, the least amount of people have control over this. So this goes against the decentralization concept, and that's why Solana is not overtaking Ethereum, because its technology is better right now. it's highly centralized. If you look at Ethereum 2.0, which the next year should actually come out, it's solving that transaction issue. It's reducing completion time, and it's also reducing the amount of money that it's going to take for transactions to complete. So this is just an example of how you would use fundamental analysis to determine the value of a coin. Sentimental analysis is very simple. You would look at online metrics like how many people have tweeted on Bitcoin, how many Reddit posts are there, how many Facebook posts, how many people have searched Bitcoin dropping or Bitcoin increasing. There are certain indexes that reflect the sentiment of the market. One of them is called the Fear and Greed Index. And based on that, you can predict whether the market is optimistic on price or pessimistic, and then you can make your investments based on those metrics as well. Now, I'm going to tell you how to find some good crypto investment opportunities. So, good screening techniques. Some of good crypto prospects. There's two ways you can look at trying to find good crypto prospects from the 10,000, 7,000 cryptos that are out there. And the approach that you would take, it would be different than analyzing an individual coin. For to analyze a group of cryptos, you would use things like block explorers, or look at venture capitalist portfolios, which are basically companies that hire a lot of people to perform what I'm trying to do in this group, which is analysis of different cryptos and who's best. Now they have a lot of individuals working for them. They invest millions of dollars. So oftentimes you can bypass and look at some of their analysis, but still it's a lot of work. So this group would actually filter on their work. And then for individual coins, you can look at coin percentage distributions, which at some point we can actually look at the white paper, which basically describes what the coin is and the people behind it. So let me just go ahead and let me click on this, which is an example on how you would find a good coin. This is using a block explorer. Okay, so this will be a very quick demonstration on finding good projects. If you go to coinmarketcap.com, which basically tracks cryptocurrencies released every day, you scroll down to the bottom of the page and you go to the last